everyone, it's Jess. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do apologise I haven't posted a video in longer than a week. I have been beyond busy at university. I've had so much coursework to do, so I haven't been able to film or anything, and I've been working as well, so I do apologise for that, but I'm going to try and film as many videos as I can today, so hopefully over the next sort of like week or so I can post videos, sort of 2 weeks maybe, that I can post videos that I already have filmed, so hopefully that's going to be a lot easier. I know a lot of YouTubers do that, so I'm going to try it out. Usually I just get way too excited and film a video and edit it that day and just get too excited and want to upload it, so yeah, but I'm going to try and resist temptation to do that. I'm just going to film loads of videos. Today I am bringing you the get to know you tag. So I was tagged by Jade at JD Ray Reads, so thank you so much for tagging me. I love this book tag, I think it's got some really good questions, so yeah, let's get into it. The first question is, what is your favourite book? So at the moment I would say that the book that I am kind of currently reading, I've kind of put it down for a little bit, but I really need to get back to it. I would say my favourite book is Of Fire and Stars by Audrey Colethurst. I am really enjoying this book. This is just, I don't know, just like a breath of fresh air almost. I think it's just, it grips you from start to finish, and you are just, I've talked about this book previously in one of my videos, I know, but I'm going to keep talking about it because I am really enjoying it. You're just always one step ahead of the characters, so you just always, like, the anticipation and the story just flows, and there aren't any slow parts, and I'm just really enjoying it. You don't really predict really what's going to happen. You do, kind of, obviously, because you're one step ahead, but I don't know, you're just excited to see those bits happen as well. So I'm really enjoying this book, and I would say at the moment this is going to be my favourite book, and I think for a while it is going to be my favourite book, unless I find something else. The next question is, what was your favourite book 5 years ago? Now, as I've said in, I think it was my BookTube newbie tag maybe, I only really started reading about a year ago, so I don't even know if I was reading 5 years ago. Maybe I was trying to pick up a book and was just like, it used to take me like a whole year to read like one book. It was ridiculous. So I don't even think I had a favourite book 5 years ago. So I'm sorry, but I can't really answer this question because I just didn't have a favourite book. I didn't like reading at all, I hated it. So if I had a favourite book, that would be quite surprising. But the next question is, what is your favourite book series? So I kind of debated over this one. I know a lot of you guys know that I love Harry Potter, so I wanted to try and pick something a little bit different. So I'm going to pick of the Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. So I'm going to pick this one because I'm really enjoying it. I'm still only on the first book and I'm about a third of the way through, and I've put it down because it takes a lot of your concentration. At the moment I don't have time to invest into such a big book or such a big series, but I am really enjoying it, and I think I know that I'm going to enjoy all of the future books. I think the whole world building and everything else is just amazing. It's just set up to be good. No matter what the story is, I think I'm going to enjoy it. So I'm almost predicting that this is going to be my favourite book series. I haven't watched it on TV. I wanted to read all the books first and then watch the TV series. And I guess I haven't really read the series yet, so I don't really know how I can justify saying this one for the saying this answer for this question, but I'm gonna go with it anyway. So yes, I would say the Game of Thrones series is my favourite series, but I predict. The next question is the last book you read. So the book that I last finished is a book that I want to put for a different question, so I wanted to pick the book that I'm reading currently. I'm reading a lot of books currently. Currently, if you looked on my Goodreads on my like reading list, I have like a good 4 books on there, maybe more, I don't know. I'm reading a lot of books at the moment, but I am going to go with The Reader on the 6.27. So this is the book that I'm currently reading, and I think I am nearing on halfway through. It's just a really short book. I'm really enjoying it. You don't predict anything of what's happening. It's sort of a mystery, sort of like all the way through. They give you sort of little hints and tips, and you're trying to work out what's sort of going on, and I really enjoy that. And yeah, the things that happen you really don't predict at all. it's just a really quick read as well. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this one, and hopefully I'll be finishing it soon. I'm hoping I'm going to finish it today or tomorrow so I can start another one. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this book, and I would think I'd recommend it to everyone. I'm not going to say too much more because I'm planning to do a review on it, because I'm really enjoying it, but I do see a few flaws within the way that it's written. There's some things that I don't really enjoy too much, but the actual storyline is really good, so yeah. Question 5 is the last book of poetry you read. So I don't really read poetry, I never really have, and I would say the last book almost poetry that I read was GCSE for English, when you had to do like the module on poetry. I hated every minute of it. I don't really get poetry. I like reading it, I think, maybe, but I hate like analysing it. I hate it when you have to sort of look into it and they're like, oh, the person has red socks on and that denotes that he is angry that day. It's like, he probably just picked up a red pair of socks and put it on. I don't really see that the author was, maybe they might have, but I don't think they really thought about really small details like that. I just don't really understand analysing poetry that far into it. I don't know, I just don't really enjoy it that much. But if you have some really good poems or poetry books that you think are really good, then comment them down below. I mean, I'd love to give it a try. I'd love to be sort of like enlightened on some good poetry. I feel like the poetry that you read at like GCSE because you have to read it is a bit pants. So yeah, if you have some good poems, let me know down below and I shall be sure to check them out, because I really want to get into some new, would you call it a genre? I don't know. I'd love to get into some new genres and some new reading and things. So yeah, I'd really like to get to know some more. Question 6 is the book that influenced your life. So for this one, I am going to pick Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. What a surprise! So I'm going to say this influenced my life because I read these about a year ago. I think it was like last February that I first bought the first book. So yeah, I don't think I read it until like maybe like April, but yeah, this is the book series / book that influenced my life the most, I think, because it has got me into reading. It's got me into buying like all of these books. So mostly this is the one that's influenced my life the most because it's got me into reading, got me into doing my channel, so I hold it to J.K. Rowling for influencing my life that much. And I think she influences so many people's lives in so many ways and has helped out so many people. She has influenced my life amazingly, and I know she's influenced so many others, and that is what's magical. So question 7 is a book that made you ugly cry. So I don't think I've read enough books to actually cry. I mean, maybe I've shed like a tear or so, or my eyes have got a little bit watery, but as of yet I have not ugly cried whilst I have read a book. When I watch films, I ugly cry all the time. So I'm predicting that I am probably most likely going to be an ugly crier when I'm reading books, because I get wrapped up in the story and I get involved with all of the characters, and I love to like sort of immerse myself in the story almost. So I predict that I'm going to be an ugly crier, but as of yet I haven't ugly cried. So if you have a book that you have ugly cried at, I would love to know down below, because I love a good cry. I love crying sometimes. Do you know when you just sort of feel like, do you know what, today I'm gonna have a film day where I'm gonna ugly cry all day and it's gonna be great. So I would love some books that I could do that with too. So if you have any books that you've ugly cried at, comment them down below. It would be good to know some books that I could ugly cry at too. And question 8 is a book that made you laugh. Now I've just finished this book and oh my god, it is a delight from start to finish. I laughed so many times. That is Nimona. I wouldn't say I got recommended it personally, but JD Ray Reads reviewed this on her channel and she said really good things about it, and I think exactly the same. It is hilarious from start to finish. The only problem is this is so short that I needed so much more, but I'm going to do a book review on this one also, so watch out for that soon, because there's so many things I want to say about this book. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say here, but yeah, this made me laugh so much. So question 9 is a character you would like to be for a day. So for this one I am picking Hermione in the Prisoner of Azkaban. So I decided this particular book over all of the others because this is when she has the time turner. That's a spoiler, by the way, but if you aren't caught up on that by now, what are you doing with your life? So I do apologise, but yeah, this is when she has the time turner, and I think it would just be so much fun. I know you have to be really careful. I understand you have to be really careful, but I think it would just be, I don't know, for me, I am so busy all the time, so it would be so helpful to have the time turner for a day and get everything done that I needed to do. So yeah, this would be the character who I would want to be for a day. Question 10 is a book you dreamed about. I don't really know. I don't really dream that much. If we were saying daydreaming, then I would say most probably the Harry Potter series, because I think about Harry Potter all the time. Not himself, not the character, but the whole story. I think about them all the time, so yeah, that would be what I'd pick, but I don't want to pick up like another Harry Potter book. That'd be 3 Harry Potter books in just one tag, so that's a little bit too much. So I don't really dream that much, so I would say that I can't really answer this question. Question 11 is a book you DNF'd. I have DNF'd so many books. If I wanted to lift up all the books that I've DNF'd, if I actually still owned them, it would be way too many. This video would be like 10 minutes long with just me listing books that I DNF'd, and I've probably forgotten them all anyway, because I hated reading, as I've said, so I never really finished a book. I mean, I'd get through like halfway and then just put them down and just never pick them back up because I just didn't enjoy reading. But mostly I would say when you were at school and you had to read like all of the classics, I would say classics are the books that I've DNF'd the most. Obviously you know that I've just recently read Alice in Wonderland, so I did actually really enjoy that one. I'm going to read Through the Looking Glass, and I plan to read more classics, but currently to this point, classics are the ones that I've DNF'd the most, unfortunately. So yeah, please don't hate me because I know a lot of people love classics, but I can't help it. Now, question 12 is a book you are most excited to read. I had huge struggles picking this because all of the books on my bookshelf I currently pretty much haven't read, and I'm excited to read every single one. So picking one specific one was really difficult, but I have gone with A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J Maas. So I've heard so many good things about this book. I know it's like a retelling of kind of like Beauty and the Beast, I think, but yeah, I'm really excited to read some more kind of like retellings, and don't think it's a complete retelling, but I know there's like elements of it in there, so I'm really excited to read this book because I've heard so many amazing things, but I have no idea when I'm going to get to this because I have so many books to read, so I don't know, but yeah, I'm excited about all of them, and I have a lot of books currently, so yeah. So that is all of the questions that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for tagging me, Jade. So the people that I'm going to tag, Penny and Books, and I'm going to tag Colour Me Red, something like that. I can't remember the exact pronunciation of her channel, but I'm going to tag you also. So if I can think of any other people that I don't think have done this tag, I'll put you down below also. I'll link all their channels down there as well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.